back to our YouTube channel. My name is Bonolo, and the person sitting right next to me is my husband Webster. Today, we're going to be tackling a topic about men.
What exactly about me?
Why do men settle for women that are most likely not to cheat on them than the one that will cheat on them? Or else they love the one that will cheat on them.
Well, it's rather an easy answer if I should put it like that.
Okay.
I mean, the answer isn't the question.
Why? Because I'm going to cheat on you.
Exactly.
But it's not that I'm going to cheat on you. It's what you have already imposed, if that's the right word to use. You've already set it in your mind that I'm going to cheat on you, where else I'm actually, or I haven't cheated on you before. Let's say we are happy, I'm a friendly person, people like me and everything like that. And in your mind, you make up with your little demons that, okay, if I date this woman, that means she might cheat on me anytime.
Well, look, the reason why I say the answer isn't the question, there can be many factors that contribute to why the man thinks like that.
Okay.
Let's say, for one, let's say maybe you have a bad history of cheating, for one.
Okay. Why would you date me if you know I have a bad history of cheating?
Well, why would you date a guy that you know that this guy is a player? Exactly the same thing. So you go there with the hope that this person will change.
Oh, above the building.
Above the builder.
Okay.
But yeah, and then the second point is your lifestyle.
Okay.
A woman's lifestyle tells a lot. You look at her once. No, the reason why I say this is you look at yourself and you look at her lifestyle.
Okay.
Can you give her that lifestyle?
But we're happy when to a person that a lifestyle like you know that you cannot afford it.
But here's the thing. Sometimes you go there with the mentality ya gore, she can't afford that lifestyle herself.
What if she can?
Okay.
But we are derailing from the topic here. Why do men always settle for women that
But this
will not challenge them? Should I put it that way instead of saying cheat?
Okay, if you put it like that, then men don't like being challenged.
Why not?
Well, let me speak for me. I don't. The reason why I say some men don't like being challenged, in some or other way, it's seen as disrespect. Especially when somebody like when your person answers you and like and in some cases, as we've seen before, you find that some men are so quiet that you don't end up realizing that it goes beyond challenging. It goes to a point where the woman is the one being abusive. So obviously, I wouldn't want to marry a person that I can see with that. I'm applying for trouble. You understand what I mean? It's like you know that this person is short-tempered and has a head, if I should put it that way, and then you still want to go and marry that person. No, unless if the person gets help, then that's a totally different story. But then men will settle for the one that will not decide one day she's gonna lay a head. Rather,
Let's say you are with me, right? You love me,
okay.
right? But you don't marry me. You'd rather marry the woman that does not challenge you in ways where, let's say, of making money, in ways where, let's say, you are the provider in the household, in ways where, you just want a woman that brings you peace. Should I put it that way? Because you have the upper hand.
But I think you're also tackling it the wrong way.
How?
Because now you're tackling it in a sense of,
Monitoring.
yeah, you could.
No, I
you
was
could-
making an example
No.
of.
Okay, I understand what you're
Yes.
saying. I was explaining it the way I see it. Because if we have to look at it that way, then it's not every guy that does that. Not every man wants to be the sole provider or always be at peace or no. Obviously, we want peace, but then
Do you
it's
want
not always
peace?
about money or providing or none of that.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if say for example you let's step back a little from marriage or anything. You're just dating. You've got 2 girlfriends or 3 girlfriends, or you've got 2 boyfriends or 3 boyfriends. You would pick the one that gives you the most peace, because you wouldn't want to pick the one that's gonna tie you down. If I should
So
put it that
even
way.
if I love the other one,
You wouldn't pick them because you know that the moment you decide that he's the only boyfriend,
for me,
he's
love
he's
always
gonna
wins.
listen. The moment you pick the one that you know for a fact he's gonna tie you down, the moment you pick him and you discard the other ones, somewhere in the back of your mind you're gonna regret yourself, because you're gonna be sitting there thinking, hey, but look, now it's happening exactly the way I thought it was gonna happen. You understand? It's like now with marriage, it's totally different. Marriage is a big step, and as
It's
much
really
as
not that big. You guys just
no,
make
I'm
it
just
seem like
saying,
it's
I'm saying this because there are legal things, implications, and
involved.
so if you get married and then you regret yourself, walking out of there is a mission and a half on its own. With dating, it's different. Dating, you can just pack up your bags and leave. But with marriage, you don't just pack up your bags and leave, because the legal implications afterwards are heavy. You understand? So that's why that's I'm speaking this from my side. That is why a man would rather pick the one that would give him as much peace as possible. Because if you continue, or if you pick the one that's gonna trouble you, you already, that, if I should say, that marriage is already doomed. Already in the relationship, you're already seeing trouble. Why would you still continue and go forward to marriage? You understand what I mean? As much as he loves you, like, he loves you, but then there's a lot to consider, because then you choose that person that's gonna be a pain in the bum. Then you're gonna live to regret yourself. That's why you find people getting married just because they love the person, and love is not enough at the end of the day.
So why are you married, sir?
Huh?
Why are you married?
There's a lot. I'm not gonna say it, but there's a lot. It's not just about love. Love has a role to play in it, yes, but I'd rather pick somebody that's gonna give me peace, honestly. It doesn't make sense that you want to choose trouble when you see it coming your way. You don't. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen it also, women marrying men that would rather give them peace than somebody that's gonna be controlling you, tying you down. No, you won't want to be with that type of person.
But
As
what
much
do
as
you mean
love them.
by tying you down?
Tying you down, what I mean by that is somebody that won't allow you to be yourself. Like, you can't
But
have
also,
friends.
how do you
can't
give a
go
person-
out. You can't do this.
How do you
can't-
give a person that much what's the word I'm looking for?
that much power?
That
You don't-
much power
you
over
don't.
you.
You don't. That person builds that power. You didn't wake up one day and decide, I'm giving this person power. No, that person decided to have power, and then you allowed it to happen. You understand what I mean? If this person starts controlling, let's say, like back then when we were dating, nah?
We're still dating.
I sugar.
We are still
Anyway,
dating.
if I gave you the impression
Mhm.
that I don't want you to have friends, I don't want you to do this, and I don't want you to do that, and you allowed it to happen, do you think that would have changed now?
But babe, you are saying allowed it to happen. I don't think sometimes people allow it to happen. Sometimes people are manipulated without realizing that this is where the situation is leading.
Okay, I understand that, and I go back to my point where you let trouble come. Okay, as much as you didn't let trouble walk into your house,
Yes.
but
You didn't know
you
when you were
didn't
going
know
in.
when you were
Or
going,
you didn't see
or
the
you
red
didn't-
flags.
Yeah, basically, or you were ignoring them. One of the two. You understand? You could have not seen them, or you were blatantly ignoring them. You can see a red flag and be like, "Aye, let me just."
Give me another color.
Yeah. And then that flag comes again. You still don't see it. It's still red, and you still don't see it. You understand? Sometimes I feel like as much as people get manipulated, you've seen the red flags, and you decided to either you decided to ignore them, or that person manipulated you to a point where you couldn't see them.
Or not, yes. Or sometimes I feel like when we fall in love or we start dating people, we are so naive. Like we are, in most cases, I'll speak for myself. Like when I date, I know that even if I see a red flag, I'll still give you a chance because I don't want to dismiss you at the first mistake that you make. I wouldn't want someone to dismiss me at the first mistake that I make.
True.
So we are so naive to an extent whereby you only realize sometimes when the red flags are too many or you are way in too deep.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, it's not like you can say you never saw it. You did see a red flag. And you swept it under the carpet. Maybe it was the first one. Maybe it was the second one. Or the third one. And you decided to sweep it under the carpet.
I think that's why I admire women who, like, the moment they see the first red flag, they move.
True.
Because I feel like they have the courage to say, this is not for me and I will not settle for it.
True. But let's look at it this way. For new love is naive. Regardless how it comes.
Yeah, true.
New love is naive. So you can see the red flag and you run. Then you get the next person, you see a red flag and you run. So how many red flags are you going to continue?
I will keep on. Remember, it is my standards that I'm setting.
True.
And I do not. Hence, now we're going into another topic. Hence, I think it's not fair when they say how many men are you going to leave because they cheat on you.
Okay.
Like,
in that case, that's a very, very, very red flag. You understand?
No, but for some people, it's not a deal breaker, but for other people, it's a deal breaker.
Okay.
So in an instance where they ask you how many guys are you going to leave because you caught him flirting with another girl, how many guys are you going to leave because of this and that, I feel like each person it is within them to decide what they want. Right?
True.
So it's not fair to keep on asking women, so you're going to date every guy and leave him because he cheated. Yes, why not?
Okay. You know what? We'll cover that topic another day. That specific one. But what I'm saying is sometimes red flags are not always cheating.
Mm-hmm.
A red flag can be
true.
This person is always hiding money or
sometimes it's emotional abuse.
Yeah. It's
financial abuse, yeah.
So when it comes to something that can hurt you or that does hurt you, then yeah, I can accept those type of red flags. But there are certain red flags like, okay, this person doesn't give me money, or this person doesn't buy me this, and then now you're gonna keep on moving on and on and on because of that one red flag.
Yes, but it's what I want, and if I'm not getting it in the relationship, then
what if you don't get it? That's but we'll tackle that topic another day. For now, at the end of the day, I feel like you will settle is a very strong word. I don't think I should use the word settle. But you will choose how you see best. I will not choose trouble seeing it coming my way.
Okay.
That's me personally. I wouldn't choose trouble seeing it walking through my door. And no. I would rather, because the thing is now, at the end, if you guys, let's say you choose the one that you love, that you really, really love, and that person is the one that's troubling you the most, you choose that person. You know the possibilities of you realizing tomorrow that you actually love that other person more. It is possible that you might realize tomorrow that I actually love that other person more because
she gives me peace.
Exactly.
But I feel like with men, it's easier for you guys to always tackle on who to go for. more than for us, because you'll always have like a lot of options to choose from.
Not always the case, but I don't know if you've heard this saying before. When a man loves, he loves hard. I think there's some heavy truth in that, because some men
Mm-hmm.
will, like, let me speak for me. If I decide that this is the person that I want,
Mm-hmm.
I will go for that person, full force. But if I'm unsure, then it's gonna be touch and go. You understand? So if I decide that, you know what, okay, I love this person, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'd want to marry them and so on and so on. The first thing that I would do, I would sit down and be like, hey, but wait, let's look at the pros and cons. And then you find out the cons outweigh the pros. It doesn't, not necessarily becomes easier, but it becomes a little more.
So whatever.
It allows me to sit back and say, you know what, no, this person, I'm not gonna, because there's just way too many cons in this relationship, and if I continue with it, I'm gonna regret myself at the end of the day. That's why, if
But
you
you
realize
never
it,
really know.
but let's look at it this way: majority of men end up marrying the person that they didn't want to marry.
That's where my question is at. Why
lot of
is
men-
it? Yes. Why? Thank you for bringing it that way.
Because they marry the people that they didn't want to marry. But
Mhm.
here's the thing: down the line, it's possible that you regret yourself heavily, that I should have, or I shouldn't have.
Okay, but like, why do you end up marrying people that you don't want to marry and leaving the people that you actually love?
But it's not about love only. That's what I've mentioned to you.
So why do you then have regrets in the long run?
Because you chose the one that doesn't give you peace.
No, you're contradicting yourself.
No, what I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is, you chose. The question is, why do men choose, or why
Let's
do
make
people
a
choose?
scenario.
Why
Let's
do people
make a
choose
scenario.
the ones that they don't love the most?
Yes.
I fear getting married to somebody, even if I love that person.
Yes.
But I fear getting married to that person because of the cons. You understand what I mean? I would rather get married to somebody who gives me that level of peace, or that level of cool-headedness, or whatever the case may be. You understand? Because the thing is, the reason why I say men end up marrying people that they don't love, or that they didn't want to marry, in some cases it's just about stability. You end
So
up getting married just for
is it
stability.
safe to say that most men that are married, don't come for me, most people that are married, it could be that they found that one thing that outweighs everything else,
yes.
and now they've settled with that person, or they are
Yes.
with that person because in me you found stability more than you found love. Is it
Exactly.
safe to say that?
Exactly. And then
What
that's
kind
why,
of creatures
but
are you
no,
guys?
but listen, at the end of the day, love is a decision.
It is a decision. I
It's
understand
not
that.
something
Yes,
that you can.
but
No,
my
I
love,
wake up every
imagine
day. Listen, I wake up every day and decide
to love me.
to love you.
I know
You
that.
understand?
Yes.
So love can be built. Stability is the one thing that the marriage needs. You don't go into marriage with love only. If that marriage is unstable from the beginning, you can expect a whole lot of problems. Hence, I say at the end of the day, stability is going to be the biggest thing. So you end up choosing the person that keeps you sane, that gives you that stability, because then you learn to love that person going down the line. But then it does happen in some cases where down the line you still
Don't love
haven't
the
built
person.
that love.
Yes.
So you end up regretting yourself. But let's put it as a 50-50 for argument's sake. You understand? You decide at the end of the day whether you want to love that person or not. Love is a decision. Let's not talk about our feelings and all that stuff. No, let's talk about love. You wake up. I can wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, nah, man, I don't love you no more. You understand what I mean? Love at the end of the day is a decision from both sides. So if she loves you and she portrays that love, then you learn to love. It also works the other way around. If you give like as they say, or as it's said, if you show your person love, they will give you that submission. You understand? If you show your woman love, then she will give you the submission.
Mm.
But if you don't show her that love, don't expect that submission. You understand what I mean? So if I decide, if I see, like, for example, let's say me and you, I see that you truly, truly, truly love me, I'll wake up every day and give you that love.
And give me small.
I should. But I'll wake up every day and give you that love. But if I feel like you are also 30% into the relationship or the marriage, then I'm gonna give you that 30%. And obviously, if we have to say, but 30% is not enough. It will never.
It won't sustain the
Exactly.
relationship.
Exactly. So you end up settling, for the lack of a better word, I will use settle. You'll end up settling where you feel at peace, or where you feel like this person will give me the stability I need.
Okay, maybe we should invite more men to answer the question.
Yeah, they should feel free to comment. I mean, honestly speaking, this is a topic that can go on and on and on, because obviously,
Because it's so broad, it
Yeah.
ventures in different
exactly.
topics.
Honestly speaking, if hence we say, for the lack of a better word, settle. But honestly speaking, both women and men, you'll choose where you feel at peace. Although, not to say anything about women, but although women will mostly choose
Where there's stability
and
there's provision.
with no love. Love will be built.
Yes, I
Exactly.
will learn to love you.
Exactly.
But not all women.
Not all, but we
Yeah.
are just saying that
Because some other
some
women.
women will choose, I would rather be stable, but I love you.
Yeah, I
in the
learn
long
to
run.
love you. Even if I don't love you, as long as you can provide. There are some others who are like that. And we are not judging. It's okay. It's what people prefer.
It's your preference.
Yeah.
You can't judge somebody based on that. So yeah, that's my
So you've
that's my
covered.
2 cents.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to share our video. Give it a thumbs up. Turn on the
Notifications bell.
yes, so that you get notified every time we upload a video.
Yes.
We'll see you next time. Bye. Adios.